Cricket from the coat hangers, and you're listening to Drop the Mic.
Thanks for calling the Magic Castle, it's Amber. Yeah, sure do. $38 a night.
Okay, I warned you. One drip and you're out.
Oh, come on!
Out now.
It's gonna melt outside.
It's melting inside, too.
But Bobby...
Out.
Thank you very much.
You're not welcome! The man who lives in here gets arrested a lot. These are the rooms we're not supposed to go in. But let's go anyway. Could you give us some change, please? The doctor said we have asthma and we gotta eat ice cream right away.
Here you go.
Hey, Lee, we got a situation here. Open up.
It's only second week of the summer and there's already been a dead fish in the pool.
We're trying to get it back alive.
Water balloons thrown at tourists.
Boobies! Boobies!
I failed as a mother, Moni.
Yeah, Mom, you're a disgrace.
New job?
Yeah.
If you're working, who's looking after Mommy?
You're not my father.
I don't want to be your father.
You can't treat me like this.
You don't think everybody knows what's up here, Lee? Everybody.
She's about to cry. I can always tell when adults are about to cry. Why is my mom yelling?
They're just talking. They got to figure something out.
See, I took you on a safari. Whoa. Let's go, come on.
Have a nice day.
Love you, Bobby!
I love you, too.
Welcome back to our San Diego podcast. This is episode 179, The Magic Castle. We are your hosts. I'm the Swan, and alongside me tonight we have Diego Luna and DJ Onarres. You may notice we are missing James Warney tonight. He had to step away to handle some business. So shout out to him. He did, as always, leave us some news for the week. So shout out to our own James Warney. So this week we are going to focus on the A24 film The Florida Project from 2017. But before we dive into this coming-of-age heartbreaker, we have some pop culture news to get everybody warmed up. You guys ready to do it?
Let's do this.
Yep. And now for a special news report. Brought to you by Drop the Mic.
All right, so I guess I will go first.
Yeah.
In place of James. So first and foremost, I wanted to say our hearts go out to Beirut and everyone affected by the recent explosion
in Lebanon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tragic.
Hearts go out to them. Tragedy.
Yeah, pretty crazy. Hopefully, I hope everything's going to be all right out there. Moving on to some lighter stuff. Disney will be releasing its live-action remake of Mulan on September 4th, exclusively on Disney Plus. But don't get too excited because it won't be for free. It's going to cost Disney Plus subscribers $30 just to watch the film.
Really?
I don't know if this means like it's a digital copy. I would hope that's what this means, but it doesn't.
I hope it's not like a digital DLC and we get to keep it. Maybe I hope that would be better
for $30. I mean,
I would rather just buy it off a third party, maybe like a YouTube or Google.
But
I'd rather watch it at the drive-in.
Supposedly, Disney Plus will have the exclusive rights, so no one else will have it for probably X amount of time. Disney CEO Bob Chapek says he doesn't expect to see this happen again. It's more of a one-time thing. Also, Black Widow is scheduled for its November 6th theatrical release still.
Okay.
Wow. That's kind of weird to think that they're still posting that up as a release date.
Yeah.
Not knowing if I guess could we say that we're in our second wave of the
even
COVID-19?
Maybe past that? I don't know. At this point, everything's a blur. But it's weird because Tenet was pulled, and then now they're saying that they're going to release it again, right? And I'm just like, okay, so... Or no, they're not going to release it. That was part of last week's, right? That internationally, everybody's going to see it first, and then we're going to have small showings at
like a limited CDs, right? Like a limited CDs.
Yeah, something like that. So I don't know. It's weird. Black Widow. They're probably just waiting until the very last minute to pull it from the cards, hoping that the clouds will align for them, but
it doesn't look like it.
Yeah, it's not looking too great for theaters, at least at the moment. In some more of James news, a new trailer for Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Jamie Foxx's new super-powered Netflix original movie Project Power dropped last week, and it looks great. JGL and Fox team up to bring down and stop the spread of a new illegal drug that gives you superpowers for only 5 minutes at a time. It'll be available for streaming August 14th.
Nice. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, that's a crazy duo. JGL and Jamie Foxx, right?
Yeah.
Who would have thought? So thanks James for that short and sweet news piece.
Some people say too sweet.
Mr. News, James.
All right, Tiny, if you want to go next.
All right, I got, since we already talked about the Lebanese thing, I got one that Netflix partners up with Ubisoft to do a Splinter Cell anime series that's going to be developed by the John Wick director.
Ooh, okay.
So look out for that. I'm glad that they go in the anime direction, because if it's too hard, I know this was probably in the works ahead of time, but I think it's always good to do an anime series on something that was already a video game. It's always fun to do that. And my next bit of news is the Wonder Woman's Patty Jenkins is going to leave after the third film. After her third film, and there's no reason why, but she's going to leave. And the film, I think, is going to arrive on October 2nd, so get ready for that. Coming soon.
Hopefully.
Yeah, right.
Hopefully.
That's going to be it for my news. I'll go to Diego.
So I just have one, and then just because I've been out of the loop for this past week, just been shooting a lot. But apparently, WWE is going to go they're looking for beach locations to do their annual August SummerSlam event.
Okay.
Apparently, and they're also scared of what the Florida governor is going to say, because I guess they're with the recent surges in coronavirus cases in the state. Mm-hmm. They're saying that maybe wrestling is not going to be an essential work, and they're looking at options and stuff. But one of the options they want to do is they actually want to do something creative, where they actually have like back in the WCW days where they had Bash at the Beach, or certain events at the beach. So this is going to be weird for them. I don't know how they're going to do it, or if they're going to allow large amount of crowds to come in or anything. But it's going to be definitely going to be interesting, and I may subscribe. Yes, I know people. I know I said I wouldn't, but I may subscribe just to see what the whole deal is going to be. But
yeah, isn't that somewhat what like UFC's doing too? Aren't they having like fights out in by the ocean and stuff?
The difference between what the UFC and what WWE wants to do is that UFC actually has a Middle Eastern partner in Dubai that actually helped build an island that would serve as a designated platform for all their up and coming fights. And their precaution, I mean, honestly, the UFC, like I saw what they had precaution for so long. I know you get to the island, you have to stay in quarantine, and then you have to take several tests, and that's good. That's so awesome on their part, and the fact that they're taking care of their athletes is amazing. And if somebody tests positive, they get sent back.
Yeah.
But it's not like WWE is like the Wild West, dude. Like, like I think I reported like 30. Yeah, like 30 people got coronavirus, and then they didn't ever report it or tell anybody and stuff who it was. But I mean, it is what it is, man. Like, those guys are out to make money. They just fired several people, including one of my friends. So, like, I mean, it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
But that was all my news.
Very nice. Everybody's flying through this week. So I'll be the final one to go for the news segment, at least. Dave Franco's directorial debut, The Rental, which I talked about, I think I wrecked that last week, is it's on top of the box office right now for drive-ins and has already surpassed the 1 million mark globally.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, especially...
I like that news when things do good in the drive-in.
Yeah, right? Because obviously there aren't many theaters open, so movies are mostly profiting off of drive-in sales and then obviously VOD. And this film is available both at drive-ins all over the U.S. and if you like to watch, if you feel more comfortable in your own home, which might make sense because of what this movie's about. Yeah, check it out. It's $6.99, I think, VOD, and then or if you want to make it a more spooky experience, check it out at your local drive-in.
And now it's time for the weekly recommendations.
All right, who wants to go first?
I'll go. I have like an odd rec, but I'm gonna recommend Splice because I just watched that recently, and
Adrian Brody,
I found how disturbing the movie is and crazy about basically doing bioengineering science and crazy weird shit like that, and the dark deep desires that most probably bioengineers have in doing that profession is crazy because this movie shows that side, and I want to wreck this because it's fucking insane. Splice, so that's my movie wreck.
That's on Netflix right now?
It is on Netflix. They just put it on there.
Nice. Yeah, Splice is great, dude. If you can handle that type of stuff, it's pretty messed up movie.
And Adrian Brody's pretty dope, dude. I always been a fan of him.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'll pass on whoever's next, whoever's down to go.
I guess I'll go next. I only have one rec this week. It's something that I've been on. I was watching last week. It's the Luis Miguel series on Netflix that was originally aired on Telemundo. Of course, Diego Boneta, who played, who came out in Scream Queens, I believe, Rock of Ages, and several stuff like escaping my mind right now. But he's great. He interprets Luis Miguel really well. And for those that don't know who Luis Miguel is, he is one of, like, I guess equivalent to like what Michael Jackson was or Freddie Mercury was at their times. It's a great documentary. It's a great show. It was well done. The cinematography is well done. The storytelling, it's enticing, gives you anxiety. The show is really good, and I strongly, even if you don't speak Spanish with the subtitles, it's still so good to just go watch and something new, something. Honestly, I'll tell you guys, I didn't expect to be enthralled in this in this show, but it was so good that I just couldn't stop watching. And I remember I was like, oh man, just have to turn it off because I have to go to sleep.